talk and start walking the walk.
I'm just saying it like I see it, which is incidentally the...
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kunjun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed...
Huh?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman. In any case, he didn't have any pressing matter.
So, do you have a poor memory?
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now,
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you? After all, we haven't even seen...
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover, this particular crystal contains mountain lake...
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must be true.
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly?
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately. I hope you didn't mind me flaunting my experience, Mr. Kunjun.
Of course not. I feel I've met a kindred spirit here today. Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade. You won't come
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm.
Verdict is... Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
Shouldn't let your guard down. No time to lose. Better than nothing.
Another test. I got careless.
There is no escape!
I got careless.
This is order. Solidify.
Careless.
Little taste.
Shine down!
Whoa, this mine is huge!
This is where the incident. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind, I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives.
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way.
Huh. Such a huge mine.
Underground, overground, we left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further into the earth itself. How could 4 sturdy young men just vanish into the
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before...
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like. If you come across any clues, let me know straight away.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something?
I'll leave the investigation.
Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues. Shirts, some...
A few everyday items.
1, 2, 3, 4... Huh, that seems right. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes...
The 4 of them have been gone for 6 days with...
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining equipment.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems they had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items? Curious.
Huh. Why would someone set off with their tools, but leave their luggage behind?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave, and
Oh.
it's certainly a possibility.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know. Kunjun, what do you have there?
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. Okay.
Looks like he's concentrating.
I see 4 men following someone out of the mine. It looks like a child.
A child? What's a child doing in a mine?
I'm not sure.
Also, how did you see?
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. I can perceive the memories of ore.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no...
You mean you can put your hand on a rock?
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have...
Amazing! So you can find out...
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more of...
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it.
Excuse me, sir.
Ah, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please, find them if you can. I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break. Just to catch... I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. I'd only just been... Maybe I'm next.
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
What a scary thought. An on-site accident. We should note that down too. Found some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Dai.
Where did my friends disappear to? I tremble just thinking about...
You're back. How...
We found 3 clues in the First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This...
Forced to? But who would...
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo. Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with them?
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Kun-jun here made good use of his, expert techniques to arrive at...
A child? But there are no settlements here for miles around.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruins.
North? Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit. You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off...
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago, even if they set out on foot.
You're right. New plan. I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with any. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men will get going.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep investigating.
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine. Should've...
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Kun-jun? Paimon bets... for? We're all...
Apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a...
Dragonfall. Dragonfall is often used in forging. What use do you have for it?
I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious. As if...
Oh, Paimon knows that feeling. When you know you've forgotten something, but you can't remember exactly what it is.
I don't even know where to start with it. I've been aimlessly wandering. It sounded so familiar to me, as if perhaps if I can retrieve some, I'll...
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor.
Really? Oh, thank you.
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose, there will be traces.
Great! Let's have a look! There are tracks here. These must have been left by the miner.
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints there, it would suggest that the miners are still with...
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Need to end a few enemies?
Some in-the-field research?
Stabilize!
Dodge this! Freeze! Don't get frostbite! Cool it!
You can run, but you can't hide! Stabilize!
Coming to be! Moment of birth! Burst forth!
Order guide you!
Dodge this! Cool it!
Careless.
Coming to be!
Freeze!
This one will be frozen in time. Freeze!
Freeze!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
My great undertaking! Live!
How fortunate.
Burst forth!
Solidify! Gather!
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
If we follow their footprints, we should be able to find where they went. No, the footprints end here.
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Gather!
Huh?
Come into being! Riptide!
I will have order!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Tidal wave! Za!
Cool it!
Stabilize!
Moment of birth! You can run, but you can't hide!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite! Don't push your luck!
This is order! Quake!
Hi there! dressed like...
A miner? I'm afraid not.
Let's try... Hello, have you seen any miners nearby? About this tall? 4 of them?
Stop bothering me. Can't you see I'm cloud watching?
Jeez, a little grumpy, aren't... Whatever.
Cool it!
Live! Coming to be!
Don't be a killjoy!
Nothing to fear.
Just begun.
Solidify!
Freeze!
You can't
Dodge
run!
this!
I see through you!
Feel the same power.
Killjoy! We've only just begun!
Burst for it!
I miscalculated.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have...
Yeah, that's them!
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were moving slower than we'd anticipated.
It was so strange. 4 big guys with lifeless expressions. It was like they were in some sort of trance. And there was a child.
Huh.
I caught a glimpse. Blue hair, short. I think it was a girl. She wasn't smiling. In fact, she looked very serious.
And they took the...
Yes, they followed it straight from here.
Let's go after them!
Solidify!
Coming to be!
Freeze! This one will be frozen in time.
Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt!
Order guide you! Gather!
This one's well done!
No slacking off!
You can't hurry it up!
Stabilize!
Cool it!
Witness my great undertaking!
This one's well done!
Burst forth!
Freeze!
You need to hurry it up!
You're mine!
Unfortunate fault!
This is order! Stabilize!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Shouldn't get killed! No slacking
Feel this ancient power!
Gather!
Cool it!
It isn't time for a break yet!
What's the... Frostbite?
In this
Dodge this!
I slipped up.
Live!
No slacking off!
I will have order.
Riptide!
Cool it!
Stabilize!
Moments of birth!
No slacking off!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Let's end this quickly.
isn't time for a break yet.
This is order.
Stay right.
Cool it. Coming to be.
No slack.
You can run, but you can't hide. Tidal wave.
Freeze.
In this quick.
Stabilize.
This should be fun. My duty.
Dodge this.
This is bad.
Don't get frostbite.
Freeze.
Live.
Stabilize. I will have order. This isn't good.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Pay your dues.
Stabilize.
Burst forth. Riptide.
Leaving so soon.
Feel this ancient power. Coming to be.
Gather.
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen in time.
Freeze.
Prepare yourself.
Dodge this.
Solidify.
No escape.
This is order.
More footprints. There's a person over there.
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh, rescue first. Ask questions later.
Stabilize.
Live. Witness my great undertaking.
Freeze.
Dodge this.
Gather.
You can run, but you can't hide. Don't get frostbite.
Freeze. Solidify. Order guide you.
Feel this ancient power. Coming to be. Cool it. You're mine.
Freeze. Stabilize.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Those monsters were so aggressive. They must have noticed me walking through. Before I knew it, they were all over me. Thank you all for saving me. My name is Wanyu. I belong to Lee.
Huh? You sure you're not a miner?
A miner?
Yeah, we're looking for a group of 4 strong fellas carrying mining equipment.
I think I saw those people.
Really?
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. About halfway there, I came across some people. A few men and a child. I was in a hurry. I didn't get a good look.
I think that's all we needed to hear. Thank you.
I hope it's useful to... I'd better get going. There's a conference I need to attend. Again, thank you.
According to this scholar, the miners were heading for Nantianmen.
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the men that we're looking for?
A child with a group of adults. Sounds pretty close. But...
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Aha! Pioneer...
It looks promising. I'll do my best. It's the same group, all right. They followed this road.
Mr. Kunjun, your stone seeing is something I won't forget in a hurry.
I suppose it is an asset, though I rarely find a use for it.
It's a good thing we brought our
You think so? It feels like we're cracking...
Be that as it may, we would do well to keep our guards high. Four fully grown men in a trance-like state, walking ceaselessly day and night, over hills and mountains, led by a child.
Oh, you're quite right, Mr. Zhongli. We should have our wits about us.
That's not all. Our scholar was attacked by Geovishap hatchlings. We have encountered many clues along the way. So far, they've pointed us in the right direction. The miners headed in the direction of Nantianmen the day before.
Great! No time to lose!
I left a mark in the vicinity just now. If
Clever thinking! A classic Zhongli move!
What's the hurry?
There's a basket lying here, too. This must be one of the...
Hey! Hello?
Judging by his appearance...
Should we wake him up?
I can...
Sounds like he's whispering something.
It seems that he thinks he still has work to do. Something's not right. There's a camp nearby. We should take him there and monitor his condition before...
How is he? He won't die, right?
He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
Paimon heard him talking about digging for something. Did he dig himself into this state?
It's certainly a possibility.
It looks like there's something in his pocket. Are these... ore from... I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person brought these fragments out of the mine. He's one of the 4 that we're searching for.
How he came to be here is what we need to understand.
So he was kidnapped, and then abandoned. But if they didn't need him, why bring him all the way out here?
Unless something happened. Something that...
Ugh. Paimon's had enough. This is too mysterious.
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments has jogged my memory. I have something for you.
What is it?
Something for us?
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was in a daze. After setting out with you on this case, it feels like a fog is lifting. I was so happy when Uncle Dai enlisted you to help. I would never have managed... These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystals, mind you. This purity is extraordinarily...
It's beautiful. Oh, and the colors change as you turn it. It's like a different crystal from each angle.
But of course, take it. And this one is for Mr. Zhongli. Huh? Is something wrong?
On the contrary. I just hadn't... But thank you. I will take good care of it.
I'm pleased you like them. It's nice to be able to give a gift that other... Oh, I see more rocks over there. You should all get some rest. I'm going to scan the surroundings. Perhaps there are more memories to uncover.
You sure like rocks, huh?
Ores are the crystals of the earth, the sediment of time itself. Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off. I won't be far.
Rest easy. I surveyed the area. There's no danger here. Oh, however, there is something I wanted to discuss.
Huh? What's with the seriousness of...
Traveler, does Dragonfall mean anything to you?
You mean the ore that Kunjun's looking for? What's a...
Dragonfall is an incredibly rare ore used in forging. The majority of regular crystals are formed in high-temperature environments. Dragonfall, on the other hand, is formed as a product of elemental reactions.
Elemental reactions can produce material objects?
Indeed they can. However, only a minority. Dragonfall first emerged in the midst of a great battle, thousands of years ago. Powerful clashes of elemental energy gave birth to elemental... And yet they are crystal creations all the same. Few and far between, relatively unknown. A few hundred years ago, they were virtually mined into obscurity. Why is it, then, that a citizen of Liyue now...
Yeah, if he knows of its existence, surely he knows all of it's already been mined. Weird.
There are those in the mining trade who retain a...
Ulterior motives? Is he a villain?
A conclusion that is presently impossible to reach. Don't forget, rescuing those miners is the primary objective. As for anything else, we're drawing closer to our goal. I believe we should continue to follow this road through. Now that we've found one, the others won't be far away. When you're well rested, call Mr. Kunjun over to us. We should ensure this miner is settled here at the camp. Once we've brought this matter to a close, we can return and attend to him. I suggest we leave a note for Uncle Don.
Kunjun, we need to get going.
No problem. I'm done here.
Any results?
There are many beautiful rocks here, but nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't find any clues. Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time and the changing of the environment. Difficult to say. I feel that ore memories tend to be from the recent past.
So there's never any ancient memories?
Rocks endure, but as eons pass, their memories are erased. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion or thought.
That makes sense.
Indeed. Let's...
Ready for trial.
Wow.
And there's so many
This ancient tree. Let's conduct separate investigations. I'll take that area. Perhaps you could survey this section. All right, then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth investigating?
Well, there is this stone tablet here.
Doesn't seem very interesting. Paimon's gonna look over there.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me see.
This is...
Hey, what's wrong?
Just a bit lightheaded. It's past. Nothing to worry about. Not...
Whatever. Paimon's going to investigate over there. Why don't you climb the tree and have a look? If you don't try, you won't know. Anyway... When has Paimon ever come up with a bad... Wait a minute. Paimon can fly. All right, Paimon will go. You wait here. Paimon...
All of you, come here.
Huh? Zhongli's voice came from behind the tree. Quick, let's go...
This has been newly dug. It would appear our answer...
Is that a voice coming from the tunnel?
Compose yourselves. There is an unusual presence emanating from inside the tunnel. This is...
The missing miners are here. What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
That gate. Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until the gate.
So behind the seal first. What do we do? We can't hurt them.
arrive at my doorstep of your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for sealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, H-Dahar, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine.
Gather!
Motion to compel!
Cowardly insects!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Fisher!
No time to lose.
Illusion shattered!
Shifting sands know not the mountain's permanence.
I will have order.
Enraged earth will not absolve you!
Time for your arraignment!
Shine down!
Crumble!
No time to lose.
Incinerate!
Solidify!
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Solidify!
There is no escape!
Boom!
From rock to dust, sooner or later.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
Is once not enough? You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Gather!
Motion to compel!
Detestable!
Illusion shut!
Wrap up the flame!
Stabilize!
Ja!
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Stabilize!
Shine down!
Boom boom! Incinerate! Disintegrate!
Dust! Sooner or later. Fisher!
Solidify!
The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
Gather!
Illusion shattered!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
This is order.
Morax! You think you can destroy me?
Bring it on.
Illusion shattered!
Stabilize!
Experience an eon of
Motion to
suffering!
compel! The room! Inadmissible evidence!
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Amateur mistake.
Stabilize!
There is no escape!
Solidify!
The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
Stabilize!
Shifting sands know not the mountains.
Illusion shattered!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Solidify!
Fisher!
Torn to oblivion!
Order guide you!
Morax! 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
You should call it by its name, Ajdaha. Fate.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
Ejdaha.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. It's been a while.
You're...
Ejdaha. The very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes, it was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. There were things that only became clear to me upon reaching this tree. Allow me to elaborate. I am not Ejdaha the whole, but a fragment. Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Ejdaha you see there to be a reflection of such polarities. We are a schism of the will of Ejdaha.
So there are two Ajdahas?
No, it can't be. That's impossible.
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the forces that suppressed you. But would anyone listen? Would they even care? That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back. Kidnapping the miners was all in aid of digging to the entrance to the seal itself. Your plan was to launch an attack on both ends, from outside and within, thereby fully destroying the seal.
The audacity! Are you insane? If you truly are a part of me, how is it you find yourself standing on the side of the betrayer?
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. Too weak to reincarnate, but strong enough to possess a human body. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me. But my aim was clear. Find Morax, and aid him in stopping you.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power been but a little stronger, I would have recognized you.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. Only when I touched the stone tablet did I truly remember. It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of youthful humanity and ancient dragonkind. Morax, do you want to tell the tale?
There would be no harm in it. The decision is yours.
You haven't changed. Then allow me. Ejdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. However, that which is derived of the Earth is no more or less than the Earth itself. The memories of rocks do not last long. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion. But as time passes, so these memories fade into obscurity. Erosion ground Ejdaha's consciousness into oblivion. Slowly, he forgot the face of his old friend, and his memories of defending Liyue Harbor disintegrated. Ejdaha, now incomplete, became irascible, aggressive.
What would you expect? It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me.
This much is true. Which is why you attacked the chasm. Why you waged war against Morax. In the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production, the citizens of Liyue came to the mountains to mine. Overexploitation caused the ley lines to quake, which brought untold suffering to us. Erosion made us even more savage. No matter how we struggled, we lost the ability to coexist with humanity. We lost all reason. Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion. But it was futile. Everything returns to dust. It is the natural order, an unstoppable force. And so, we became you. And from your will, I emerged. I am your final contract. Witness the promise between Azhdaha and Morax. You can hate me, but you cannot deny me.
No! No!
I am the remnants of Azhdaha's benevolence, the echo of a contract set in stone. I harbor a willingness to go further, a willingness to coexist peacefully with mankind.
No! It is I, Azhdaha, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth, older than the mountains and the oceans that decides. I will not swear allegiance to this insect.
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an insect in turn.
You forgot yourself. Nobody held Morax in higher regard than you or I. That which you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. If you are the memory of the Earth, then I am the memory of coexistence. Of coexistence with humanity. All powers under heaven, rise and fall of land and sea.
A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends as bright as jade. Strange. What is this feeling? And all this?
You are spent, and I will soon disappear. Before I do, heed these words. In the wilderness, snow falls on a spring day. In an instant, it will melt. Even where it is fleeting and leaves no trace. Even where it will never fall again.
No! That isn't true! I don't accept this as fate!
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable misfortune.
More axe!
The little girl vanished!
Are you satisfied, Azhdaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no part in it. So, Morax, you call yourself Zhongli these days?
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die hard. To me, you're Morax.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon searching for the sun. A pair of eyes, from Morax to Ajda. This, I will remember this.
Your power is nearly spent.
Perceptive as always, my friend.
Shall we get going, you and I?
Surely the pressing matter is still that of the miners trapped outside the seal.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going, to fix the damage left in your wake.
Huh? How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners!
So there you are. My men and I found you. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious. It seems he'll be okay. Sadly, huh? Young Kun.
Nothing. Pay it no mind. The
cave?
They're exhausted, but not in danger.
Right. Well, thank you.
So you're taking them back to Liyue Harbor?
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men. I'll be happy to assist.
Kunjun, we should be calling you Ajda. You're coming back to Liyue Harbor too.
Not I. Merely this body. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Kunjun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be famous in time. It would be a shame for someone of his talent.
You always did have a great admiration.
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see so much. Perhaps empathy is mankind's proudest achievement after all.
Ajda, I am no longer the Geo.
I can sense it.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate. Let's get the difficult part out of the way.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare itself to face you.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lapis?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be—
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow of time. You were always the strongest among us. Yet, it would seem that even you have been eroded. That's unimportant. Fate is ordained by heaven. Even if our mission had already— You may live forever, doomed to a lonely existence. Yet, even this is temporary. When you reach the end of time, those people, those past and future relationships predetermined by fate, they will be waiting.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the subject of a life long lived. I fear that the life of an elemental being is longer than any in this world.
Were it not so, you would have killed me long ago.
You've brought a smile to my face. When all is said and done, a reunion between old friends is an auspicious occasion.
That day in the chasm. Did you hesitate?
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. but I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people of Liyue.
You chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness. You came to me not as an assassin.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens. With your abilities, even at my full strength, I struggled to confront you, let alone seal you away.
Hence my inception. Do not forget that I was there with Liyue's founder. The face may have changed, but the content of the contract remains in. Old friend. God of contracts.
Thank you, Ashtaha.
My life is nigh on eternal. I will go on with the infinite.
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Yes. Don't be alarmed. He's only asleep.
Whoa. That was so weird.
In fact, we have yet to meet the real Kunjun. He was. Centuries may have passed since then, but events from 1,000 years ago remain crystal clear in my mind.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ashtaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
A 1,000 years ago, Ashtaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail, down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, I brought him down. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Ashtaha could sense the stone, despite being the victor. I could not claim to be stronger than he, and in his heart, he still retained an ounce of goodwill towards me. He was willing to be sealed away, but as the erosion set in, he forgot. Even I cannot avoid it. But there is something I understand better than most. When the door opens, the greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and go, but even a stone may tire. Personally sealing away an old friend. This is... People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. Perhaps this is the erosion imposed on me by the heavenly principles. That I was a god of mankind. My identity may change, but my eyes will bear witness to the history of humanity.
You still care.
Call it... part of my duty. I must thank you both.
No worries.
Oh? About what?
Oh, yeah. So, not long ago, we met a guy called Dane. He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those events were connected to the person we're searching for. Zhongli, you're a god.
I cannot say.
Why? You can't even give us a thread of information?
I understand. But I must apologize.
You mean another past grievance? Like the incident with Ejda? Too painful to talk about?
It was signed before it all began. I have always honored the contract. And kept my silence. You two are friends to me. I can assure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you. But as the god of contracts, I cannot go back on my word.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding of this world can... There are many events of ages past. They have been eroded by time, forgotten by the people. But you are capable of finding them and bringing them into the light. Those who come to witness will witness. Those who are born to remember. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficulties ahead. But as long as you firmly believe that you are on the right path, everything has meaning. This tablet was erected by Mountain Shaper. It names Ejdaha as a terrible dragon, and serves as a warning for later generations to stay away from this place. It's a shame. There is a fine line between good and evil. If the good and evil within him could be summarized in a single sentence... Well, never mind.